Hello and welcome. I'm Xsnow, and Tim and Sharon just disconnected. Might reduce the intro, but yeah, I will try another a little different format than what I'm used to. Before we had like past match commentary, where I just open the recording of the match in our recording and try to comment on it. Now we'll try to do it in live. So while I'm playing my ship, I guess you can see already that the background is a little bright because I have a dim screen and I cannot play without quite a strong background. So that's a thing you will need to get used to. I hope it's not too high. I hope it's not too bright for your eyes and it won't like make you leave the video or something. And if you do, please tell me, because I can probably try to make something to help it. So Erin probably just crashed, I guess. Now they're in the game, so let me just... Oh, unknown. Okay. Alright. Unknown lobby. It's a bug that the Steam just disconnects you and puts you in a unknown lobby, because technically you are in a lobby, but the lobby does not exist anymore. OBS lags a lot my computer. I hope that I reduce the settings, the graphic settings. It's only on 100%. Usually I'm like on 150, and I also have most of them enabled. But the game is still visible anyway. It's not the highest quality in the world, but like you have my commentary. Yeah, if too much Arena hosts might, because the player, COSMOTEER PVP is based on peer-to-peer. So basically when I'm hosting, I'm the one creating the server. Okay, so this is my avoider. It's an experimental layout, so I won't say that it's an efficient one or anything. It's an experimental layout. As you can see, it features crew detach, so I'm enabling all my thrusters to call my crew to get up to the reactor and power the engines. And usually they will go back to their room after they are finished. However, I'll detach the rooms. That way they cannot move anymore. They cannot return anymore. So now they will just fly in a random direction. But the main goal of this is to gain weight, which isn't very useful because I have a lot of armor right here. But if I detach the armor, it saves a lot of speed, since I'm lighter. I do not have the same thing on the front. It was a bit too complex to handle. I'm on my way. So I have a lot of boosters, and I also have nukes, and the nukes is basically what I want to use. If I can, I cannot. So Irene is a very good player that is piloting a very good ion ship. I'm just saying that it might be harder than you expect to just destroy it with nukes. I have the armor right here, it's just probably saving my life right now. The nukes are very efficient. If I can break his barrel and send one of the nukes through it, I destroyed his front armor. and he barely did any damage to mine, but I have a big hole in my ship because I piloted I struggled to, because I have an experimental layout, it's harder for me to turn and to spray all damage on on all of my shields. So that's a thing. Okay. I think I do not have anything set to attack his shields. It's a problem. Will penetrate my flanks pretty quickly. I need to get that fixed. Oh god. Okay. Erin managed to mostly prevent my nukes from hitting. It's very well played of him. Of them, sorry. GG's. Right. So, I could probably win if I'm not fighting Erin. And if I get used more to the layout of my ship, so this has little torque. Yeah, well played to you two. So basically my goal was to send my nukes into his barrel and break the shields to break the reactor behind, but that will require me to land, I think, 3 nukes in little space-time. Then I will try to unload for what? It's another value of mine. So, Erin is playing Iron Rammer, but we call an Iron Rammer. It's, I think, an old design compared to what we are more used to have in COSMOTEER. I think it's because it's only using huge thrusters and it's not using emeralds. And I will zoom on it once the game is just loaded. I guess the problem with PVP is slow too loud. I think we are 1 continent across. Oh. Okay, so the crew, I have detached on my front, so this crew will start moving to the reactor and I will blow them up just after. But I will want to zoom on Erin, and please do not enter the cloud. You will. Oh yeah, but he's firing, so it's not a problem. Now, as you can see, they are using 10 engine rooms and not emeralds, so that gives a lot of maneuverability. But at the same time, they are a bit slower in terms of raw speed. They have more ability to turn, so maybe it's more of a problem on my ship, against my ship. There's an avoider that is mostly playing on the fact that I'm more maneuverable than them. So if the gap is smaller, I will have more trouble getting around their horns and to try to penetrate the front. As you can see, an Iron Rammer does not need a lot of armor on the side. It's really horrible when you're fighting some archetypes, some specific archetypes, because like a single nuke, 2 nukes, I can penetrate it and destroy the reactor instantly, and I've seen that quite often. But for most matchups, you do not need much armor, because you have the people just pin on natural bases for some reason. You have the complete ability as an Iron Rammer to just always face your opponent, so the armor is concentrated on the front and you have all of the shields to just tank it. And that's a really good thing. So as you can see in last match, the shields mostly ate it through my nukes and just regenerated. It's the strongest part of the ship. I cannot afford these shields because I have a way wider front because of all of my lasers. So I'm just speaking. So I have a way wider front that has way less ability to stack large shields, as you can see. Erin has like something like 4 large shields overlapping in the middle. If I put 8 large shields on my front, I will have like at most one that will overlap with another. So that's why they are advantage because they have ions, and ions can have very narrow angle, as you can see. I don't have that, but I have maneuverability. And now I can finish the setup, where I just finished looking. So all of the crew are here, so I will detach the front parts of the explosives. So now they cannot return home, and they will wander around this little line of corridors while powering the things. Also, I have nukes. This were a last minute addition because the last patch reduced the price of heavy laser blaster for some reason, so I could afford the nukes. I don't know if they're efficient or not. I got it. Was a little late to activate the bottom thrusters. I lost a bit of crew, but at least I won't have to wait anymore. Of course, in a tournament, you should probably be a little quicker at speaking, so it's okay, so now I'm targeting the horns first, because I know that if I don't, they will be able to grab me very, very quickly. I have, like I said, a very experimental layout. Riders usually have more frontal thrusters than they have on strafe. However, I like strafe more than everything else, so I have a very strafe-focused ship, and this is one of the first times that I tested layout. Okay. Erin is an amazing player that has a lot of experience with piloting this iron rammer, so I know I will have some trouble. I will have a lot of trouble. Yeah. They probably piloted a lot against people such as Antithesis, that is far more better pilot than me. And Erin basically made the Iron Rammer his archetype. And why did it cancel the targeting? Did it not? I don't understand. It wasn't firing at the horns for some reason. Yeah, I have a threat. Alright. I managed to win against another Iron Rammer, but this wasn't it was a less it was an adept pilot. It was a new player. Erin has a lot of experience. I think I can win against them, but only if I train a lot, as much as I did with my avoider, because I have very little experience with them. So yeah, they switched to an avoider. This is amazing. I was about to complain that it did not use any other archetypes. Turned out for one, yes. I want to do an avoider mirror. It's a very good test of skill. Avoider mirrors are really interesting. It's basically a little dance that you do. There's a few piloting techniques, and now we have boosters, so it makes it even more interesting. I don't know if they have frontal mines. It might hinder their abilities to hurt me. And if they have frontal mine, I will instantly forfeit, I think. Or maybe not. I'm interested in fighting anything. Let me see. They have no frontal mine. Okay. So, this is 20 blasters, 15 disruptors, compared to what I have, 24 and 12. So I have less disruptors, which is very bad, because disruptors is what breaks the shields. Disruptors deal more damage on shields naturally, so I also have 28 shields, and they have 20. Okay, so I think we're pretty much equal. However, we do not have the same piloting abilities. I don't know if they're better or on an equal level or worse than me. I don't know their piloting abilities on Avoider. And our previous match, where Erin against me, both playing an Avoider, I was feeling that we're pretty equal, but I had more experience with Avoider mirrors at the time. I don't know if that changed. It's been quite a long time I haven't played. So, I think the strongest difference is the thruster layouts we're using. And I'm not sure which one will be better. It depends mostly on how we will play out. And that kind of things. So I want to fire out the front reactor because it's where we'll have the most, the more chance to hit. And I want to auto-fire my blasters like that. And I want to make sure that they have AI controlled. So by auto-firing, I make sure that they come to a big pack, a big cluster. And that gives me a huge ability to penetrate the shields at long distance. I did a little bit of damage, did not pop one of the shields, but... And I back up like that. And they are two. They are trying to fire on my nukes. That's interesting. I don't think the nukes have, like, any strengths in this matchup. I think they're probably thinking it's mines, because it's what you usually have on Avoiders. It's hard to see when you're not zooming in, sometimes. And I'm the cloud, so they can only see me half of the time when I'm firing. So, I want to penetrate the shields, and I do not want to enter their range of disruptors because it's very random, I would say. Whether the who hits or what. They haven't used the booster yet. I think they want to just ram me, and I want to avoid the ram. So, usually Avoider mirrors are very long, but I really like them. Yes, they're really firing on my nukes. Oh, they did fire my nukes, for some reason. Because I do not have I wasn't on the firing manually. I manually fire my nukes, by the way. I'll get out of the cloud, maybe that makes them want to go toward me. They really are firing on my nukes. Oh, that's a lag spike. I do not want to be the one that get close. They have more frontal thrusters than I do. And yeah, if nobody wants to get close, we can just wait for the Ring of Death, which comes in 5 minutes. It's the red thing that surrounds the arena that shrinks and does a control set. And at some point it will be too low, and since it deals damage over time, we do not want to enter it. So it would make our ship weaker, and it would reduce the arena size. And I almost took a hit on my reactor by the side, so it's something I should be careful with. I should probably add corridors, maybe, on my ship to just, like, light armor, you know? It's an 80. A very random 80, but it could work. So we are very scared. I know that Every mirror like snowball effect. It's the incarnation of snowball effect. So you do not want to lose, to be the first one that does something. And I think I have more firing power than them. At least on the large blasters. I think they have the advantage at close range with the disruptors. But I have the technical advantage on long range with my 24 blasters, while they only have 20 if I recall correctly. Oh, come on. Just get to me. I want to see you to just... I don't want to be the one that loses patience. Oh! Getting close. Bring the nukes. Then some damage. Okay. Now we will reload our thrusters. How much have they lost? They're on 1712. I'm on 2112. I brought them to my level in terms of like disruptors, but they haven't lost a single shield. And shields are the core of an avoider. If you lose your shields, you are pretty much dead. They have faster boost reloading than me, that's interesting. I think that's because they have engine rooms and I do not, because it saves cost, but maybe it's interesting to spend them just for the firing speed. Reloading speed, sorry. I don't know if my nukes did anything. I just blank firing them. Oh, coming back. I see. Took a hit. Took another hit. Big hits this time. We're firing my reactor, goodness. I am very much sensitive compared to them because I can afford losing a reactor, but I cannot. So I can tilt towards my left, my right. It's hard to tell left and right when you're playing. So I can expose, you see, I have lost a shield here, so I want to expose the strong part of my ship. They have, I think, took even more damage than I have. I think they will just run toward me right now. Oh. Yeah, they have took a lot of damage. I have way more shields than they have. I will target the reactor. The other reactor. I think they're taking chip damage at the side. It's a dangerous game that you're playing. They're doing an amazing job at tilting. They want to expose the shields first, so they take all of the damage. Oh, almost there. Goodness. Too close for comfort. Okay. So now it's pretty much a game of who will pop the front reactor first. I think if he pops my reactor, I will split. So that's not entirely a good thing for me. I might happen to switch my blaster to be throwing less. Hold on. Now I'm firing more often, so I have more chance to pop the reactor like that. Where are the nukes? Maybe they'll do something. Alright. They're dead. So I switched my blasters to be alternating fire, and that allows me to fire more often, and I had that way more chance to hit the reactor on the side and to make them pop. Because it's very hard to spray damage, and it's even harder when you have someone that has a higher firing speed. It is. Yeah, well played. So, now to try another type of archetype. So this was an experimental avoider. Erwin has closer to what is a classical avoider. I have some things that have a very weird thruster layout with a T. Erwin has a more classic kind of avoider. So I want to try something else. I guess I will try to use the straps. So these are experimental ships. It's railgun traps, you'll see. But let me get water first. So, very interesting railgun traps. It's an experimental design, like I said. It's the second time playing this ship. Superior one more opponent. I like making sure that my opponents know that I don't know what I'm doing. So, the explosive charges here. So, it's a ship in two parts. And it's something that goes full on throttle. So, enable that. And just move it. And that's it. So, it's hard to pilot. What do you mean? I haven't healed it yet. Okay. I want to try to aim the railguns first. Something like on this. Goodness. Not the iron, please. It's hard to pull out this thing. It's a mess. I do not want to handle with it. Goodness. Ah! Okay. I'm losing a lot of speed. I don't know how much speed I have. Actually, I don't know how fast I'm moving. Moving 160 apparently. So, it's a very macro-intensive kind of ship that I will have to understand how I play, or I should play, I guess. And especially what is the range of the railguns. Like, will I fire here? No, I won't fire here. I should probably make a mod that shows the range of the railgun in a more useful way. I have a third problem that my ship is playing like it's based on capacitor ships, like the frontal thing are capacitor, you can see here. So it won't last forever. I want to orbit them. I want to slowly orbit them, make sure they won't go anywhere. And to play like a trap. A normal trap. We're not getting hit like that. That's very bad. Using twice the power that I should. Ah, I got hit on a rock. I'm dead. Alright, I should learn how to play it, but bit by bit, I guess. It will take some time. I think it's an interesting design. It's an experimental one, so like I said, I won't recommend playing either of those right now. I'm just testing them out. I have can level some more classical kind of avoider. I have this, that is a TB rail. But I think I will use the little whiz. Hello. I think I will use the little whiz because the little whiz is do you mind if I... Do you mind if I record the game? Life of course. Oh, amazing. So, Mangbin is playing a TBRL, and I'm playing what should technically be called a chain gun rammer. So, this is a TBRL. It's historically the single best archetype in the entire game. Sometimes it's weaker, so currently it's in a weak form, so it cannot... you fight Mangbin. I want to see them fight, I don't want to play right now. I want to comment them fighting. So, TBRL are historically the strongest archetype in the entire game. Currently it's in a weak form, because the meta does not allow the... Well, tractor beams were highly nerfed, so they aren't in their strongest form, but it's a ship that is based around clicking on the opponent, using the manipulator's beam to either push them or pull them, and the force on those is absolutely incredible, so you can flip opponents at a astonishing speed, and behind that, just right after you flip them, you use your railguns to penetrate through their flanks or their rear, and you have a lot of them. So even if they have some armor or something, it won't be enough, and they will just get penetrated. That's one of the main reasons why ships have a lot of engine rooms. It's just to play against this freak. So, but unfortunately, in the meta currently, I think Tumachurin have a chance, a big chance. He has horns, so he can grab Mangbin like that. As you can see, he instantly detached them because he could not get a proper grab. He detached his front armor, so he's a little lighter, and that makes also a second set of horns. That's a very ingenious design. And as you can see, the tractor beam have barely enough force to push it around. But there was time where like you could not do anything about it. And we also have launch shields now, and at the time we did not have launch shields, where it was an older version of the game. But I guess the nukes are really doing also a very good job. Oh, you see? Flipped. Very quickly. A single missed... a single missed turning or input, and you get flipped instantly, like that. And can go through the flanks and through some of the shields. Very strong archetype. But at an other state of the game, it was playing on Classic, and we're in version, I think, 0.28 or 32, I forgot. But at the time, we're before 0.15. A very old version of the game. We had not the same graphics. You see, it's really strong archetype. We had different sets of graphics, and this archetype was the strongest in the entire game. So that's my turn. I have emerges, so it should be both easier and harder. I'm aiming mostly everything on my homes. My archetype is a chain gun drummer that has more nukes than I have a slight trade-off to nukes, and I also use small shields, which is a trade-off. It's not an advantage, it's not a disadvantage, it's different. It does not work less good, it works differently. It's not as good as against TB rails that Meng Bing is. I guess I can win, but it really depends on a lot of factors. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Oh god. My horns did not explode for some reason. Okay, nice chain gun time. Ah, my poor nukes. But yeah, Meng Bin is also a very good player, by the way. I'm spinning, but I'm still alive. Not for long. Very not for long, but I'm still alive. Meng Bing is doing an amazing job at flipping me. That's funny. But I also have emerges, so it's a little easier for me. Okay. Can you please aim? Try to aim. Some damage. I'm shocked that I'm still alive. Yeah, no, I'm not anymore. Okay. GG's. This ship used to be able to fight TB-rails, but it was in an older form where it has most of them were boosters, and it was easier to play. It was, but now I don't think it works anymore since TB-rails have nukes now. I think it's outdated. The floating bird, we have a lot of ships. It's here. The LL with slower meow, nia, wow, woo, woo. And interesting naming ships that I had. And still have. Sometimes. So. It's an older design of the same ship. It shouldn't work, but I guess I can still try. So, basically the chain gun ship that you just saw earlier is an upgrade to this ship that I have. I had. It was one of my best ship. It's one of the games. It was really, really good. So it's an iron ship with more nukes than usual. And Meng Bin is mine, pretty please. So, I do not have Emeritus. It was made at a time where Emeritus simply did not existed. That's one of the reasons. And the chain guns also did not existed. So that's another one of the reasons. I have very little X. Stop calling me X. Stop calling me X, you M. So I have less ion emitters than like other ion ships have. The other had 22. I have like something like 7 on each side, so it's 14 total. So I don't think this works actually, but I want to try. So activate my boosters. Fire maniacs. I failed. Yeah. Did you pull? I did not saw anything. It was. I guess for me it was a lag spike. So yeah. Very good. So this didn't work as expected. I don't think I have a ship that wins against Tiberials anymore. However, I also know Mengbin is a good player. Because, you know, veterans attract veterans. So basically I'm always only playing with veterans. It's also a very small community, and players are very, what do we call it, like, I've seen very little tutorials, you know, it's all personal training, no, I haven't very little videos. I think there was Saris at times that did things, but she got a burnout, so no, he doesn't anymore. I think Mending also did videos, but without commentary, so that's why I'm doing also videos, and also because I think it's fun to learn how to do videos on the internet. So the community is not like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's not like you will not have a lot of resource to learn. Most of the resource you will learn is just players that decide to teach you in a person one-on-one scenario, like you go in a lobby and you just ask for advice. That's the main way you learn. Mengbin win. What? Why? Oh, I guess Aaron just forfeited because he saw that this was a bad angle. You know, it's you can always try. You know, you can always try. You can always try. Okay. Cloud hit me. Ow! Ow! The Iron Storm got rid of his control room. That's why they lost. Oh, I have Oleander. The Oleander won't work anymore. Can try out. Oleander was also a good ship against Siberials. It's a very bulky thing. Okay, I have no words to describe it, but no, it don't work. It don't work. It don't work because Emmet is not like they used to be. Blood for who? Emmet is not like they used to be. Now, basically, at the time they were implemented, the thing was very OP. It was very strong. Amethysts are supposed to have a long ramp up and to be very unmaneuverable kind of thrusters, where you need like side thruster to maneuver it. But thanks to weird game mechanics at the origin, players were simply able to peel out amethysts without any trouble turning. So we just stacked amethysts on top of another and just used it to turn. And Oleander, what was the name of the ships? That just use amethysts alone to rotate. So it doesn't work anymore because that changed, and now matches are far less usable than used to be. Like I recall time where TB rails, we do not have any in this game, had images. Yeah, this one. This one does not have side thrusters, and it can afford not using side thrusters because it's a very hit and run ship. It does not need to turn very often. But basically this was that the time. What was the idea behind the armor? That was too fighty barrel. It's an attempt, you know? Goodness. I forgot to press the button to detach me through. I have to wait that they all reload just to enable them. As big fool. They all turn back, except this guy. Oh, he did. Amazing. So, this ship is very heavy. It has nukes. An experimental design again, making things sometimes. Daniel, okay. Daniel, I want to detach my, how do I detach my thing? I do not have any hotkey. Okay, that's amazing. Just do it. On my way. Alright. So. I'm against Daniel. Why? No, it's obeyed Danish. That's I translated to Daniel. Oh, I've auto-fired menus. That's okay. My incompetence is the leading cause of death in my country. Okay. So I want to target my. Oh. Are you not on the AI controlled? You should be. I got lucky, got stuck on a rock. Maybe that's I will finally win. Let me try. No. No. Ah! Ah! That's why I said I will try. It's not easy to win even if your opponent is stuck on a rock. I sense that I have some issues with my control scheme. They did not die. Did not. Alright, I guess. I have lost most of my blasters. Maybe not. Okay. So, I guess that's if that's PvP session was a catastrophe at my end at least. But I'm only playing like old designs and experimental design, so that's only play experimental designs and unusual design. I'm not very used to piloting, but I'm having fun like everyone else in this game. I mean, we're not in a tournament, so the goal is not to win, it's not to get fun. Futures now here to end the video properly, and it's been an hour that I was recording, and I decided to call it an end, so I just left. I thank you for watching. I don't know if anyone went through this far in the video. It's 50 minutes, mostly unedited, and I wish you a good day. Thank you, and goodbye. Bye.